What if our universe isn't safe? What if, right now, without warning, everything could disappear? In this video, we're not talking about science fiction. We're talking about real theories, published, peer-reviewed, backed by top physicists that suggest terrifying possibilities. From the idea that the entire universe could collapse in an instant, to the thought that your memories might be artificial, these theories may sound insane, but they're grounded in real physics. Welcome to the top 5 most dangerous theories in physics that might be true. Some of them challenge your perception of reality. Others suggest you were never real to begin with. So hold on tight. This isn't just science. This is existential horror, powered by equations. Let's begin. Vacuum decay. You're walking home. The sun is setting. Birds fly. Traffic hums. The world is alive. And then, in less than a nanosecond, everything ends. No sound. No flash. No pain. Just gone. The earth. The stars. You. Erased. Not by aliens. Not by war. But by a bubble, a quantum bubble of death. This is called vacuum decay, and it's not science fiction. It's a real possibility, backed by physics. According to quantum field theory, our universe may not be in its most stable state. We might live in a false vacuum, a kind of cosmic temporary mode. And if a quantum fluctuation ever triggers a shift into the true vacuum, it would create a bubble that expands at the speed of light, rewriting the laws of physics as it goes. It's not a theory from YouTube. It was proposed by Sidney Coleman and Frank DeLucia in 1980, and has been taken seriously by physicists for decades. After CERN discovered the Higgs boson in 2012, some calculations, including work by Joseph Lukin and Alessandro Strumia, suggested the Higgs field may be in an unstable range, implying vacuum decay isn't just possible, it may be inevitable. In their words, the universe is in a metastable state and could tunnel into a lower energy vacuum at any time. Let that sink in. This universe, everything we know, could collapse into a more stable version of reality, where the constants of nature are different, and nothing that exists now can survive. It wouldn't destroy you. It would unmake you. Your atoms wouldn't explode, they would stop having meaning. And since it travels at the speed of light, you'd never see it coming. It may already be on its way, and there's nothing we could ever do to stop it. Simulation theory. What if everything around you, the walls, the sky, your body, even your memories, wasn't real? Not a dream, not a hallucination, but a simulation. This isn't just a sci-fi trope anymore. It's a serious theory in physics and philosophy. And more disturbingly, it might be true. The modern version was proposed by philosopher Nick Bostrom in 2003. He argued that if any civilization ever becomes advanced enough to simulate consciousness, then statistically most people wouldn't be real. They'd be simulated minds inside an artificial world. Think about it. If future civilizations can create perfect virtual realities, with simulated humans, feelings, memories, they wouldn't just simulate one. They'd simulate billions. So ask yourself, are you one of the rare few in the real world? Or one of the countless minds inside the code? Even Elon Musk famously said, "There's a 1 in billions chance we're not living in a simulation." In physics, this theory gains traction from quantum behavior. Particles don't exist in one state until observed, like rendering in a video game. The universe has a maximum resolution, the Planck scale, as if reality has pixels. And the laws of physics, they're consistent, mathematical, almost programmable. What if the speed of light is just a processing limit? What if black holes are information erasers? What if the reason we can't find a theory of everything is because we're inside it? But here's the scariest part. If we're in a simulation, we have no way out, no escape, because everything you would use to break out is part of the simulation too. And maybe, just maybe, if you ever got too close to discovering the truth, the code would rewrite itself. and you'd forget you ever asked the question. Time loop paradox. We think time is simple, past, present, future, forward only, like a straight line. But what if it's not? What if time loops? Imagine this. A researcher in the future creates a time machine. He sends instructions back in time, formulas, knowledge, inventions. The scientist in the past receives them and becomes famous. But here's the problem. Where did the information come from? It was never invented. It just existed, passed around in a causal loop where the effect creates the cause, and the cause creates the effect. This is the time loop paradox, also called the bootstrap paradox. It's one of the most disturbing ideas in theoretical physics because it doesn't just break time, it breaks logic. Physicists like Kip Thorne, David Deutsch, and even Stephen Hawking have explored these scenarios using closed time-like curves, paths in spacetime predicted by Einstein's relativity, where events can loop back on themselves. And under the right quantum conditions, they're mathematically allowed. In these loops, cause and effect become meaningless. A person could exist only because they sent themselves back in time. A book could be written by no one. A universe could exist simply because it told itself to. You could be living a life that is just echoing forward from your future self and repeating backward forever. And the scariest part? If the loop is perfect, you'll never realize you're in one. You'll feel like life is moving forward, but you're just rerunning a program, again and again, forever. False vacuum multiverse. What if this universe was just one bubble in a cosmic ocean? A pocket of space, floating in a greater reality, but fragile, delicate, unstable. This is the false vacuum multiverse, an extension of the vacuum decay theory, but on a scale that redefines reality itself. According to inflationary cosmology, after the Big Bang, space didn't expand evenly. It fractured, bubbling into countless mini-universes, each with its own laws of physics, its own constants, its own version of reality. We live in one of those bubbles, but here's the horror. We may be in a false vacuum, a lower energy state that's not truly stable. And in another universe, a more stable bubble may have formed. If that true vacuum expands, it won't just erase us. It will replace everything. Your atoms, your time, your space, gone, overwritten by a new cosmic rulebook. This isn't speculation. It's supported by theories from Alan Guth, Andrei Linde, and Alexander Vilenkin, pioneers in inflationary theory. Some of their models predict new universes are still forming, new vacuums still expanding, and some of them are heading straight for us. The worst part? We won't see it coming, because the space between bubbles isn't just distance, it's incompatibility. One set of laws can't survive the other. If it hits us, the collision won't be fire. It won't be destruction. It'll be redefinition. You won't die. You'll just become something else, or nothing at all. And it may already be too late. Boltzmann brain. Stop for a second and ask yourself this. What if none of this is real? Not the chair beneath you, not your room, not even your body. What if you are nothing but a disembodied brain, spontaneously formed by chance, drifting through the dark vacuum of space, imagining a life that never existed? Sounds insane, but it's a real theory, and it terrifies physicists. It's called the Boltzmann brain paradox. In the late 1800s, Austrian physicist Ludwig Boltzmann proposed that, in an infinite universe governed by random fluctuations, any state of order, even life, can arise purely by chance. Over enough time, particles could randomly assemble into anything. Planet, person, even a brain, complete with memories, emotions, and consciousness, but without a past. without ever having lived. And here's the nightmare. According to many interpretations of entropy and thermodynamics, Boltzmann brains are statistically more likely than real humans. Why? Because it takes far less energy to create a single brain floating in chaos than it does to build an entire ordered universe. So if the laws of probability rule the cosmos, it's more likely that you are a fake brain with fake memories than a real person in a real universe. Even modern physicists like Sean Carroll and Andre Linde have taken this seriously, trying to resolve it. Because if we can't, then logic itself collapses. Because the more we trust our memories, the less we can be sure we're real. And the most terrifying part? If you really are a Boltzmann brain, you'll never know. Because your entire life, every smile, every sound, every face you remember, could be a perfect illusion, flashing for a brief moment inside a brain that never truly lived. So what have we learned? That even in a universe ruled by logic and laws, there are places where logic collapses, where physics groans under pressure, where time loops, matter vanishes, and reality rewrites itself. Black holes that erase the known laws of spacetime, brains that might exist without a body, simulations we may never escape, timelines with no beginning, and universes ready to overwrite our own. These aren't myths. They're scientific theories backed by equations by minds like Hawking, Carroll, Linde, Goose. And they remind us of something humbling, that despite all our knowledge, we still know almost nothing. Maybe that's the beauty of it, that mystery still exists, that the universe isn't meant to be understood all at once. Maybe it's meant to make us wonder. So if this video made you think, if it made you question what's real and what's possible, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because we've only just begun to explore the unknown. And there are far more terrifying truths waiting out there.